highest in decades, and they are expected to skyrocket when President Biden ends Title 42 next month. Now, today, a fresh wave of bipartisan pushback against that move. A 58-member House caucus, 26 of them being Democrats, announced support for a bill that would stop the president from lifting Title 42 without a plan to handle an expected surge. Republican Congressman Tony Gonzalez from Texas introduced that legislation, and he joins me now. Congressman, it's great to see you. We all know you are a Republican. I want to start by playing sound from your colleague, Henry Cuellar, who is a Democrat, and we'll get your response on the other side. Watch this.
Once the Title 42 is taken away, it provides an incentive to the criminal organizations to say, hey, now we can promote this, we can market this, saying that the border is open, and they make a lot of money.
I think the bottom line here, Congressman, is it doesn't really matter your party affiliation. If you truly know what's happening at the border, you realize, Democrat or Republican, it's a disaster.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me on, Tracy. And, you know, I will start by, it's another tragic day here on the border in Texas. You know, we've got a National Guardsman that is now missing over the last hour. Divers are in the water looking for him. Reports that I've been told is, you know, he or she removed their armor before jumping in to save a woman migrant that has since been saved. But this guardsman is missing. I mean, it is just nonstop on the border. What I look at is I'm ready, willing, and able to work with anybody who wants to solve this crisis. It's certainly not the administration, but what you're seeing in the House, you're seeing more and more Democrats being willing to roll up their sleeves and come together. You know, myself and Jared Golden from Maine introduced this legislation a couple weeks ago that extends Title 42, and it's promising to see that the Problem Solvers Caucus, like you said, 56 plus strong, is now pushing on this.
Yeah, and you are going to lead a delegation down to the border on Monday, and you're going to talk to Border Patrol members and Customs and Border Protection people and National Guard members. And we talk about this incident, you know, on the right-hand side of your screen, you can see how in Eagle Pass, Texas, and you've got dive teams now kind of looking in the water for this National Guard member who is missing. And it's really because, Congressman, and you're going to hear this firsthand, they are so overwhelmed that you have to have the National Guard to help them bring these migrants out of the water.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I served 20 years in the military, and I served 5 years in Iraq and Afghanistan. The situation on the border is very similar to war, and whether it's the National Guard, whether it's the sheriffs, local law enforcement, Border Patrol agents, everybody is sucked up into this chaos. This guardsman's a hero. I mean, he or she removed their armor before jumping in the water to save a life. I mean, that is powerful. That's the part that this administration isn't seeing. I don't understand how they can turn a blind eye to what is happening on the border. Migrants are dying at record numbers. Last year, over 500 migrants died as well. We need to do more at the border. It starts with the White House, but also it starts in Congress.
Let's just end with a couple of numbers here. One, the 221,000 encounters at the southern border in March. That's the most in the history of the DHS. That's plus 20 years. This other number, the Gallup poll approval rating among Hispanic adults, you can see right there the drop, a 21-point drop from January, June 21, September 21, March 22. So you're looking at 52% there, a 21-point drop. That is historic. Your final thoughts on this, Congressman?
Yeah, my final thoughts are, you know, my district's predominantly Hispanic, and Hispanics we've had enough. We're Democrat, Republican have had enough. My colleague to the south, Henry Cuellar, which you mentioned, he represents a very similar district. We have all had enough with this administration not doing anything. I look forward to hosting Leader McCarthy and Elise Stefanik and others on the border on Monday so we can continue to share the stories of those that are living this hell every single day.
Yeah, best of luck to you on your trip to the southern border. Not far for you, far for a lot of other people, and we will keep you posted on